Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about learner differences. Here are some of the many factors that can influence second language learning. Have you taken some time to think about these factors and how they can impact student language learning? Let's take a look at a couple of the biggest factors together. Age is one of these factors. Research shows that children learn a second language more fluently than adults and generally with a native-like accent. Adults may learn a second language faster, but almost always have an accent. When the adult learner's accent interferes with their ability to communicate, the teacher should address that. Adults also benefit from using cognitive pathways, like recognizing and understanding patterns, and this is relevant to teachers' practice. Also, students can have fossilized errors that teachers can help them to address. This means that even though a student's performance stagnates despite exposure to English and explicit error correction, there is still hope for progress. Pronunciation, of course, may need to be worked on explicitly with adults. Motivation and attitude is another factor I would like us to take a look at together today. There is a great deal of research on this topic. Most relevant to teachers is the research showing the extent to which English classes meet the needs of learners. Students will remain engaged and motivated. Progress and success are great motivators for the adult learner. What makes our students tick? Why are they here? Students are motivated by personal reasons, learning English to communicate with friends, being more engaged in the community, as well as practical ones, such as taking a test or getting a better job. Teachers need to be aware of what it is that drives our students to walk through our doors each day and harness that motivation. High-quality instruction that will meet students' needs while seeing progress and success can motivate learners to persist in their learning. As we know, personality and learning styles differ greatly. If you have a mix of introverts and extroverts, vary your teaching style accordingly to respond to these different styles of learning and personality. For example, research shows that introverts learn better alone, reading, writing, or participating in listening lab activity, while extroverts learn better through interaction. Try assigning classroom roles that play to the strengths of various learning styles. For example, introverts will prefer choral responses as an alternative to class presentations. Consider assigning this student the role of note-taker. Extroverts, on the other hand, will likely prefer an active role in class presentations and group activities. Try assigning them the group reporter role. How do you create that balance in the classroom? Differentiate and adjust instruction. It is unrealistic to think that you're going to be able to tailor each and every lesson to the variety of students we find in our classrooms. The goal is to adjust your instruction to address the needs of as many students as possible. For example, use multiple strategies and activity types like music, movement, reading, group work, self-study, video, writing, hands-on tasks, and other techniques to actively engage students in the learning. Assist learners to develop language learning strategies that work for them. Teachers can help students expand their repertoire of learning strategies like note-taking and use of memory techniques, which can help to enhance a student's learning experience. Focus on learner-identified goals to increase motivation. Helping students to work toward achieving their goals, even on a small scale, is so important. The more relevant the class is to the real-life goals and daily realities, the more motivated the adult learner will be. And finally, create a supporting learning environment for all. It is important and helpful to acknowledge every adult ESOL class is diverse in different ways. It is incumbent upon every ESOL instructor to help all members of the class feel welcome and respected at all times, regardless of their backgrounds. Success should be built into every lesson. Students should leave class feeling like they have learned something. Even something like posting the learning objectives on the board and then revisiting them at the end of class can help in this regard. Setting realistic objectives for the class, objectives that students can meet, is so important. Learner differences are an issue in every classroom around the world. Awareness and attention to providing the most inclusive, supportive learning environment is the cornerstone of the instructional strategies that we can employ to ensure student success.